today's video is basically a Riverdale reaction and prediction for the penultimate episode that came out last week of season 2. And I'll basically do like a summary of what happened and what I think is going to happen in the finale and maybe some predictions of season 3. So keep watching. First of all, I'm going to talk about the biggest thing that happened at the end of last week's episode. If you haven't watched it, stop watching now because it will just spoil the episode for you. Jughead supposedly died, or it looked like that. Now, I saw loads of tweets saying like, oh, he's dead, oh, he's not. More tweets that said he isn't dead. And I agree with that. I don't think he's dead. It seems a bit far-fetched and a bit silly to kill him off. Reason one being, he is a main character. And I know you can kill off main characters whenever it's a TV show, but he's such a central character. It seems just a bit silly to kill him off. Reason number 2, he's the narrator of the show. Now, it seems very silly to kill him off, especially if he's the narrator. The way that Riverdale has been narrated, it's almost as if it's Jughead's story, like it's from his perspective, it's his novel. So it seems just a bit silly to kill him off in the second season, because it almost seems like the whole program is going to be, the whole series is going to be from his perspective. It's going to be his journey, his story of Riverdale from start to finish. So for those of you that might have watched The Vampire Diaries, you'd know that the show started off with someone saying, this is my story, he was a main character, and it ended with his death, so it was kind of full circle. I feel like Riverdale might also be doing that, and it would be a clever and nice way to end the show, whenever that may be. So now the promo for the finale episode shows Betty, Veronica and Archie standing in front of a headstone, presumably Jughead's, because them three wouldn't be standing in front of Fangs' headstone or Midge's headstone, it just wouldn't make sense. And Betty's also standing there holding Jughead's infamous beanie hat, so you'd think that it's probably Jughead's headstone. I still don't think Jughead is dead. I think it's probably a dream sequence, probably one of Betty's dreams, like it's a nightmare, and then that's how the finale will start, and then we'll come back to reality and he'll actually just be getting his injuries treated in hospital, but he's very much alive. So Fangs, he was pronounced dead. FP got a phone call from the sheriff's office and he said that Fangs didn't make it. Now, that kind of seems odd, because why would the sheriff's office call saying Fangs is dead? It just doesn't make sense. You'd think that it's probably the hospital that's going to call since he got shot. So I think Fangs is alive, and the reason why is because Joaquin came back. Why would Joaquin come back if Fangs wasn't going to go away with him? It just doesn't make sense. So I do think FP's just said that Fangs didn't make it for Fangs' own safety, and he's really just gone away with Joaquin. And that would also leave room for him to come back in season 3 and add to the story of whatever it's going to be. Moving on to the biggest part, who is the Black Hood? So we know who the Black Hood is, it's Hal Cooper, Betty's dad, but there's also a second Black Hood because Hal was with Betty and Alice in their house whilst Archie and Fred were attacked by the Black Hood. Now, theory number 1, I think Hal has a twin, and that twin is also the Black Hood. So they're both the Black Hood and they're both doing different crimes or whatever. And they're both collectively the Black Hood. The reason why I think Hal has a twin is because when Hal came home, he brought peonies for Alice. And we all know that Alice is allergic to peonies. So if you were married, you would know if your wife is allergic to a certain flower or not. And Hal came with peonies and he didn't know, he wasn't aware. So I kind of think that, yeah, maybe it's a twin because you would know. And another reason is that there was a hotel room that Hal was staying at, but I don't think he was staying there. I think his twin brother was probably staying there and Hal was probably just paying for it. The reason why I think there is a twin is because Hal is technically part Blossom, and in the Blossom family there's twins. Cheryl's a twin, her dad was a twin, Polly had twins, so it's entirely possible that he is a twin. Now another person I think could be the second Black Hood is Tallboy. Tallboy is a serpent, and we know that he was paid by Hiram to cut off the Picken's head statue. So it's entirely possible that Hiram is paying Tallboy to be the Black Hood and get rid of his enemies. You notice that the Black Hood seems to have a vendetta against Fred Andrews. He was shot at the end of season 1 by the Black Hood. At the debate he was a target since he was on stage. And also at the house, Archie was there, Fred was attacked. Luckily he was wearing a bulletproof vest, so he was okay. But it seems that the Black Hood really doesn't like Fred. Now I think it is Tallboy and Hiram is paying him because Fred had an affair with Hiram's wife Hermione whilst Hiram was in jail. That could be one reason that's motivated Hiram to want Fred dead. Another reason is that Hermione is running for mayor and Fred also is, and to get rid of Fred would automatically mean that Hermione's won the election, and that would just ultimately give Hiram more power over Riverdale, which is what he wants. And that would just help his cause even more, whatever his cause is, whatever he's trying to do. He's a crazy guy. So I do think that it could entirely be Tallboy who's the second Black Hood being paid by Hiram. In the finale, someone's going to be murdered, and that will set up the murder mystery for season 3. And I think the person that's going to be murdered is Hiram Lodge. The reason why I think it's Hiram Lodge is because he's got so many enemies now compared to the start of season 2. Fred Andrews, Archie, Veronica, Hermione, Jughead, FP, the rest of the serpents, the list goes on. He has caused so much trouble for people in Riverdale that one of them might even want to murder him. And because of how many suspects there could be, that would be a good murder mystery for season 3. So I do think that that's entirely possible that he will be murdered at the end of season 2. But it could be someone completely different, so who knows. But that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any other theories or what you think might happen in the finale or season 3. I'd love to know. So make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll be back real soon. Bye!